Good evening, Jaime. Can you hear me?
Good evening, Bante. Yes, I could hear you.
Oh, very nice. Rajamai, ma hinawade? Right. Mrs. Meena, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, very nice. Pragati, Rahul, can you hear me?
Yes, Bante. Good evening.
Oh, very nice. Good evening. Good evening, Ramgaru. Can you hear me?
Yes, Bante. Good evening.
No, right. Good evening. Everyone, please say 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu. Good evening to everyone, dear dumb friends. Today is the 9th April 2021. So today, this day too, it is not going to come again. This day is this day, and on this day too, during the meditation, scheduled meditation time, again, we are here to practice. In anyone's life, this is the most important thing, the practice. Whenever you leave this world, as I told you earlier too, all the properties that you spend a lot of time to gather, to get collected, they stay at the very same places where they are. The relatives, they will, and friends, they will come up to the burial ground. And finally, what you are taking with you is the good energy and the bad energy that you accumulated by doing good and bad actions, and at the same time, the mental development that you improve while you were staying here. So that's why this is the most important thing in your life. So gradually, we are training our minds. We are training our minds to be aware, and at the same time, we concentrate it gradually. And some few the old students, they might have improved more. Somehow, at the beginning, what we are trying to develop is the awareness, mental awareness, mindfulness. Once, two young Bantes, they were arguing under a flag. There was a pillar of a flag where the flag was waving to the wind. So one young Bante said, what is waving? What is shaking? What is waving is the flag. The other Bante argued. The other young Bante argued, no. What is waving? What is shaking is the wind. So those both young Bantes, they had a big argument due to this factor. And one elder Bhante, who's high in practice, who is developed in wisdom, came and he heard this argument and went to them and said, actually, what is waving is not the flag or the wind. What is waving is the mind. Mind is the thing which is actually waving. So it is not easy to stop this waving mind. So due to various kinds of things, various kinds of inputs that we have kept inside our mind, it is running each and every place. But if you are diligent, if you are hardworking, and at the same time, if you try to apply the mindfulness that you develop during the meditation in your day-to-day life, you are bound to be succeeded, bound to be successful in taming this waving mind. Maybe you cannot do it completely, but still you can do it to a certain extent. The more you do it, the more benefits you are bound to achieve. So it is for yourself, not for anybody else. So please practice very, very ardently. Practice very, very ardently. So now we are going to start today's meditation session, and I wish that may all of you feel peace and feel inner happiness by this practice. So today, as usual, the senior meditators, they are instructed to observe the touch of the breath within the small triangular area. So below the nostrils, above the upper lip, there is a small triangular area. Within this area, senior meditators are instructed to observe the touch of the breath. At the same time, meanwhile, so don't go with the breath all the way in anymore. So just wait until the touch of the breath arises. Until you feel the touch of the breath, until then, be aware about the sensations that arise within this small triangular area. There will be hardness, itching sensation, coldness, heat, twinkling sensation, or maybe a sensation of cracking. So such kind of any sensation. Let it be any sensation. Let it have a name, let it not have a name. Keep on being aware about that sensation until you encounter the next sensation of breath, touch of the breath. So at the same time, the new meditators, they are asked to practice the basic meditation technique. So they are asked to observe the normal, natural breath. Don't try to change the breath. When the breath is coming in, observe the breath up to the end of your nostrils. When it is coming in, be aware that it is coming in. You will touch that the end of your nostrils and will go inside. Don't go to observe, don't go with the breath all the way inside. Stop at the end of your nostrils and wait until it comes back. Soon it will come back and it will touch the very area, the end of your nostrils, and will through your nostrils again it will go away, go outside. So when it is coming in, be aware that it is coming in. When it is going out, be aware that it is going out. And at the same time, if it is gross, be aware that it is gross. If it is soft, be aware that it is soft. If it is long, be aware that it is long. If it is short, be aware that it is short. And like that, according to observe the nature and the movement of your own breath with a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind. Very quiet. Now everyone, please keep your back straight, neck straight, head straight. Please close your eyes, not very tightly, smoothly. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. And please relax. Relax for a moment. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Please start the meditation very calmly, very quietly, with an alert mind, diligent mind, courageous mind. Please start practicing the meditation according to the instructions given. May your meditation be very, very successful. Very, very successful. Everyone, please start the meditation right now. Now, we are going to practice loving kindness meditation, but please don't open your eyes. But the new meditators, they are allowed. They are allowed to change the posture. You can change the posture. That means you can breathe. If the legs are paining, you can release your legs and you can give a rest to avoid the pain. So to ease the legs. So, but don't open the eyes. Stay the same. We are going to practice loving kindness in brief. Relax. First of all, share your loving kindness with yourself. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I come out of anger, hatred, jealousy, ill will, and all the negativities. May I enjoy real peace, real happiness. Nibbana. Spread loving kindness towards you. Just like me, may my parents, may my relatives and friends, may they also be well. May they also be happy. May they also be peaceful. May my parents, relatives, and friends come out of anger, hatred, jealousy, ill will, and all the negativities. May they enjoy real peace, real happiness, real happiness. Just like me, may my enemies also accept my loving kindness. Due to our own negativities, I might have hurt them. They might have hurt me, but I understand. What happened in the past is past. I forgive because it cannot be undone. What is happened, that is happened. I forgive them. And I ask forgiveness for my mistakes. And I share my loving kindness with my enemies. May my enemies also be well. May my enemies also be happy. May my enemies also be peaceful. May my enemies come out of anger, hatred, jealousy, ill will, and all the negativities. May my enemies attain and enjoy real peace, real happiness, real happiness. Now let's share our love. Let it be human, let it be inhuman. Let, let them be powerful, let them be weak. Let them be beautiful, let them be ugly. You are not going to discriminate any being because of their appearance, because of their any difference. You are going to accept and share your loving kindness with each and every being, with all the beings. You are going to spread and vibrate, divert your loving kindness towards all the directions of this universe. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings come out of anger, hatred, jealousy, ill will, and all the negativities. May all beings enjoy real peace, real happiness, real happiness. Share limitless, unlimited loving kindness with each and every being, with the whole universe, whole universe. Now everyone, very calmly open your eyes relax, relax. Now please unmute yourself. Please say 3 times together, very peacefully. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, dear meditators, so now we are reaching to the last month. We are in the last month of our practice of breathing meditation. Now we are developing. If you join since January, I understand that you are practicing the third phase of third step of breathing meditation. If you are a newcomer, I understand you are practicing the basic step. It doesn't matter whatever the step that you practice. The most important thing is how far you can concentrate. That is the most important thing. What is the level of your concentration? That is the most important thing. So at this moment, before I give you the other instructions, and at the same time, before I do several reminders, and before I do the short lecture for today, if you have any question related to breathing meditation, any step of breathing meditation, you can present now, and if there is no any question, then we can proceed to the next step. If you have a question, please present it right now. Yes, Pragati. Pragati, do you have any question? Right. It seems like no one has any question. So let me proceed to the next step. First of all, some reminders. I taught you on the second month, that means on February, to start a mindfulness practice. So to unite, to use the very mindfulness that you develop inside, I asked you to start a mindfulness practice. Just like I asked you to be mindful while you are brushing, instead of letting it happen with the autopilot mode. I asked you to do it very consciously. And at least while you are doing anything, maybe talking, or while you are going from your car, while you are walking from your car to the office, or maybe while you are washing the plates or anything else after you cooked, or after you ate, while you are eating, or while you are sitting, with any such kind of posture, I ask you to select one out of all those actions and do it very mindfully once a day. So if you could do it, one action once a day, I ask you to start 2 actions if possible, 3 actions to do mindfully. Select 3 daily actions that you practice, that you do every day, and try to do it with mindfulness, without letting the mind to roam here and there. While you do that thing, I request you to use mindfulness and do those actions very mindfully. So that is one thing. And the other thing, I asked you to practice loving kindness. So when you hear the signal, the horns, the sound of an ambulance, or when you see a poor person, or a sick person, or some helpless person, or sad person, or anyone, I ask you to practice loving kindness. Whenever you see that person, so I ask you to practice thinking, loving kindness thinking. May this person be well, may this person be happy, may this person be peaceful and at ease. So now, if possible, please try to do it with everyone. Whoever that you meet in your life. So earlier you were doing it for one person. Now I ask you to do it for everyone that you meet. Let it be your husband, your wife, your children, or your parents, or anyone, relative, friends, or anyone. Whenever you meet them, please try to practice this. Me, my mother, if you see your mother, think, me, my mother. Picture yourself in mind, imagine. You meet your mother, think, me, my mother, be well, be happy, be peaceful. Like that. So if you see your father, so think, spread loving kindness. May my father be well, be happy, be peaceful. Like that, whoever that you meet. Whenever you meet them, before you talk to them or interact with them, please try to develop loving kindness. Very important. Very important. So I wanted to remind these 2 things because gradually you are proceeding to the next level. That means on the month of May, May means the month that Buddha was born. In that very month, you are going to practice Vipassana meditation, insight meditation, and I'm going to teach you for 6 months. Since next month to the month of October, you are going to learn Vipassana meditation little by little, step by remaining time. Please practice please practice breathing meditation as much as possible and try to develop your concentration more. At the same time, please practice mindfulness. So those daily mindfulness practices. At the same time, the spreading of loving kindness towards everyone that you meet. Right. That's it. Those are the reminders today. Now today we are going to specially learn about the 4th friend of meditation. You learned about the first friend of meditation, willing, desire to do the practice. That is the first thing. That is the first friend, willingness. Second friend, so chitta, that means strong mind. First one is chanda, willingness, desire. Chitta, strong mind. So the mindset. Then virya. Last week we learned about the third friend, virya, effort. And courage, that means courage, determination. And friend, which helps you to continue your meditation to the end. That means until you reach your goal is Vimatsa. Vimatsa means inquiry. You inquire, you discover. You discover about the advantages and disadvantages of doing meditation and by not doing meditation. What are the disadvantages that we have by not doing these practices, these noble spiritual practices? Actually, there are, as I told you, there are three roots of all thoughts which are impure. Because of these main three impurities, all the other impurities arise. What are the main three impurities inside our mind? लोभ है, दोष है, मोह है. These are the words in those days language during the Buddha's time. Language. Lobha means craving. Dosa means aversion. Anger is one thing of aversion. Aversion means because of aversion, we get anger, we get jealousy, we feel disgusting feeling, we feel fear, and we discriminate. The discrimination feeling. So all those feelings and many other feelings arise because of aversion. Those feelings are many phases of aversion. So craving, aversion, and third one, delusion, ignorance. So when you don't practice these spiritual practices, what happens is they increase. Instead of decreasing, they increase. When you don't understand the things are impermanent, you crave for things. If you don't get those things, you are angry. When the other people get things, you are jealous. When the other people get things, you are jealous, and at the same time you develop ill will towards the other people. And there are various kinds of other mentalities, negative mentalities that we develop towards the others because if we don't practice this. So the negativities that we already do have, they will increase. And at the same time, negativities that we don't have, they will arise in the future. And the positivities that we already do have, they will decrease. And the positivities that we don't have right now, they won't arise. We won't develop them. Why? That is the nature, that is the reality that we face if we don't practice. If we don't practice and try to suppress and demolish these three impurities: lobha, craving; dosa, aversion; moha, delusion. But if we so when we see the advantages that we gain by practicing these spiritual practices, including especially meditation. So first advantage that you get is all the positivities, all the negativities that you do have, that you are doing, they subside. You stop them and you gain the courage to stop them, and you don't gradually, you avoid doing those things. And the negativities that we don't have, they don't arise. Why? You are developing the positivity inside. Then the positivities that you already do have, they will continue and they will develop and improve. And the positivities that you are already not doing, they will arise. If you are not doing charity, you will start doing charity. If you are not loving, if you are having less loving kindness thoughts, you will develop more loving kindness thoughts. If you are not, and if you already have compassion, it will develop. And at the same time, you will feel pity when the other people does mistakes at you. You will be a person who is easily forgiving. And you will be a person who is very supportive, verbally and mentally, both. And at the same time, you won't harm anyone. If so, you won't harm anyone, that means you don't kill anyone. If someone don't kill anyone or harm anyone, such kind of people will get less enemies. And at the same time, they will get less enemies, and such kind of people get more friends. Wherever they go, they will have a lot of friends. Not only human beings will like them, even the deities and invisible beings, animals, everybody will like them. They have such kind of vibrations because they have those loving kindness vibrations. They have such kind of positive vibrations that can attract the others. Not only live things, they can attract lifeless things. They will even attract a lot of prosperity, money, and a lot of property, and various kinds of material things even. And when they get those things, you won't feel a lot of proud, and you won't feel a lot of vanity. You will be able to maintain a balanced mind. Even though how much you get, still you will be balanced. Why? You are a practitioner. Whatever you get, how famous you are, how much you are treated in the society, it doesn't matter. You understand. All those things are impermanent. You are just doing what you can do for each and every being. With that mindset, you will be a very positive person that is unmovable, a person who is not shaking because of any incident, and you will be a person who is full of joy, full of peace, full of calmness, full of inner quietness, a sharer of loving kindness and compassion with everyone, with action, with words, and with thoughts. And most important, you gradually, step by step, little by little, you will be able to come out of your negativities, and you will reach the final place, the eternal peace, eternal happiness, purification of mind, Nibbana. So these are the advantages. Whenever you think on those things as a wise person, as an open-minded person, very calmly, with the rest of mind, when you think about these benefits, these advantages and disadvantages, you will, your inner desire, your inner mindset, your inner effort will develop more and more and more and more. And you will definitely continue your practice until you reach the final goal. Maybe you won't get it this year. Maybe you won't get it next year. But gradually, you will improve in life more and more and more and more. That is the greatest gift that you can give to the teacher. So please do like that uh, to help your practice. That is the end. So please think, today too, we gathered here and practice this non-sectarian noble meditation technique. Very nicely, very ardently, very willingly, very peacefully, happily. And accumulated a lot of good energy. By the power of this good energy, let's wish together. May all beings be able to live healthily. May all of you be very safe. Wherever you go, whatever you do, may all those activities be very successful. And practicing the Dhamma, practicing this meditation technique continuously, with determination, developing these four friends inside you. May all of you attain real peace, real happiness, purification of mind, Nibbana. Everyone, please say 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Everyone, please concentrate. Please concentrate. Abhivadana silisse nichang vanda pachainu Chattaro dhamma vandanti ayuvangho sukhang balang Ayurarogya sampatti Sagga sampatti me vache Ato nibbana sampatti Iminati samijjatu. May you all be well. May you all be happy. May you all be very, very peaceful. Very, very peaceful. See you all in the next week, on next Friday, with happy hearts, with this very meditation practice. Until then, wish you a very good night. May all of you be always happy and peaceful. Good night. Right. Good night, Jaime. Good night, Rajamani. Right. Good night to everyone.